Okay, we're starting out in our child's pose. Get the hips and low back to maybe let go a little bit. Come down. I like to rock a little bit when I first get down in child's pose. Rocking more one hip than the other, so putting more weight in one hip and then the other kind of shows me which hip is more tight. Okay, and maybe you've noticed that you tend to be more tense on your dominant side. Okay, that's pretty common. So just keep an eye out for noticing things like that. That's really helpful to us in our practice. Let's just be here in this child's posture and just breathe for a little while. Okay, let your head be so heavy. Let your hips be so heavy on your heels. And we want to think of letting the weight of your body kind of melt toward the floor here. Releasing tension wherever possible. Lengthen the breath to the max. Feel all the tissues of the back body moving. Imagine you could breathe into and out of the backs of your ribs, kind of like gills. Or what if you could breathe into and out of your hip creases, okay? Imagine breath flowing through any place that feels stuck or tense. This posture is best, in my opinion, if you just spend a little bit of time in it and just let yourself relax into it. So it takes about 30 seconds for any muscle to begin to lengthen under tension. And after your body has realized that it's safe and that it can let go, it'll start to relax a little more. And hopefully you find that you can sink a little more deeply. Maybe even wiggling your chest forward and setting it down close to your knees. So now that you've been here for a little while and you've hopefully softened down into the posture quite a bit, this is a really helpful time to notice what places are still holding on, okay? And those will be the spots that we collect our tension in. Everyone's different. Across the board, we have a lot of general similarities, but we're all really different. Do you feel your hips more right now or your shoulders? You might feel your low back or your chest a little more. Maybe there's some really subtle tension hiding in your jaw and your tongue. Just notice that and store that information away for later. And let's start to move. So grab the mat with your hands out front and pull yourself up to hands and knees. Let's do some cat-cows to start off. So inhaling here, heart pulls forward. Lift the belly button as you really pull your heart between your arms. And exhale to push the floor away. See if you could hang your head. Let's do that a few more times. So we're looking for maximum mobility in the spine. So I want you to kind of cultivate almost a cartoonish wave that rolls from your tailbone to the top of your head. And so it's not just front to back, right? Make it a little bit side to side. All the places your spine can go, all the ways it can move. Then I'll meet you back at a flat back. Okay, let's get the right knee up. Keep the hips level for now. And we'll circle out that right knee. All the places the right knee can point without lifting your hips. And rewind it. Okay, now lift your right hip. Stack it. Okay, big, silly circles with your knee. All the places you can point it. Notice how different it feels when we lift that hip. And then rewind it. Okay, next time the right knee swings forward, okay, bring it to your nose. And then inhale, try to point that right toe at the back of your head. See if you can pull on the mat while you do that. Exhale, try to draw the right knee to your nose. Inhale, try to pull the right toe toward the back of your head. 3 more times just like that. Knee and toe. Lift the belly button. Knee and toe. One more time, knee and toe. Nice. Hold it here with the toe. Pull on the mat, okay? Pull, pull, pull. Lift the belly button. Could you get the toe an inch closer to the back of your head? One more big breath here. And we're letting it go. Swing that right knee forward and drop it outside your right hand. Okay. And use your right knee here. Press yourself up to a low lunge. So here we are, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. You can use your right hand, your right, your right thigh. You can use your hands on your right thigh and kind of push off of it a little bit if you like. But I want you to get kind of comfortable here. Think of activating your legs against the floor. Okay. We want to think of kind of sinking down into the hips. Activating the legs down and as if you're trying to pull them in toward each other. So reach up here and grab an imaginary basketball and then try to hand it to someone behind you. Okay, imagine just letting the hips sink as you try to push the floor away. So this will get your legs a little bit warm, okay, without being too crazy and moving around too much. We can actually get a lot of profound work done just holding this lunge. Maybe one more big breath in right here. And then let it go. Drop your hands under your shoulders. Come on back to hands and knees. And let's switch sides. With your hips level, get the left knee up and circle it out. Let's switch sides, switch directions. Okay, now let's make the circles really big. Pick up your left hip, big silly circles. And rewind that. All right, trying to get some big movement in that hip. All right, so next time the left knee comes in towards your nose, exhale and draw it in really close. Okay, inhale here. Pull on the mat and try to send your left toe toward the back of your head as you lift the belly button. Again, exhale to your nose. Inhale, pull that heart forward, long neck, belly button lift. One more, big exhale. One more, big toe toward your head. Hold here, pull on that mat, pull, pull, pull. Lift the belly button. Nice work. One more big breath here. And let it go. Okay, swing the left foot forward, drop left foot outside your left hand. And let's use that left thigh to press up. You can interlace your fingers here. Sometimes it's nice to just prop yourself a little bit. Just get a little bit of support. But then as you settle in, press your feet down. Okay, press both legs down. Resist the floor. And hopefully you find that allows you to release, okay, and move a little more deeply into your hips, that right hip flexor, the left hamstring. So resist the floor. Reach up, grab an imaginary basketball and hand it to someone behind you. Nice breath. Push that floor. Okay, the more you push on the floor, the more opportunity to release any tension here, to warm it up. So you decide kind of what intensity to apply. It's really something I want you to interpret. One more big breath here in your low lunge. And then let it go. All hands down in front. Back to hands and knees. And I'll meet you in the down dog here. Tuck your toes. Come on back. Walk out your heels. Ooh. Okay. Starting out, let's notice the backs of the legs in this number one down dog. Okay, first down dog. So we have low expectations. We don't really have any expectations at all with this down dog. We're mostly just using it as a diagnostic tool to see how the legs are feeling, how the shoulders and chest are feeling. Okay, but let's get the joints a little more moved around. Let's get the blood flowing. So I'll take this through a few little vinyasas. You're always free to skip and just take a rest if you'd rather. So here goes. Inhaling here, let's get the right leg up and out behind you. Exhale here and drop the right foot between your hands. Come up to a crescent lunge on your inhale. Remember to resist the floor, push down on the floor. Exhale, shift your body weight forward over your right leg. Inhale, lift the left leg up into the air. Just a little momentary warrior 3 here. Then exhale, back down to your lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge, resist the floor. Exhale, all hands down, down dog. Inhale here, find a plank. Exhale, hop or step to your hands and fold. Roll it up as you inhale. And exhale. Hinge at your hips, drop down into your chair, drop that tailbone as you lift your heart. Up to stand on your inhale. And exhale, fold it all the way down. Come halfway up to inhale and look forward. Okay, feel the backs of the legs opening up here, but you could probably bend them too if you need to. And exhale, fold, hug your legs in. Palms are down here. Inhaling, you can hop or step back to a plank. And exhale down. Inhale for that cobra. Tailbone points down, heart points up. And exhale, down dog. Hang out here for a breath or two. Just get a little warmth here. Let's do the other side. Okay, inhaling here, left leg up and out behind. Exhaling, step that foot between your hands. Crescent lunge on your inhale. Exhale, shift your body weight forward over the left foot. Inhale into just a momentary warrior 3, getting that left leg warmer. And exhale, drop the right foot. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, hands down, down dog. Inhaling here, plank. Exhale to your hands. Fold. Roll it up to inhale. Exhale, drop into your hips, to your chair posture. Inhale to stand. Exhale, fold. Halfway up to inhale. Big fold when you exhale. Palms are down. Inhale to plank. You can hop or step. And exhale down. Inhale for your cobra. Exhale, down dog. Okay, so I'd like to go through those 2 more times, but I want to go kind of a little bit quicker. Okay, so definitely interpret it. My goal is just to get us really warm. So if you need to skip and take a break, I totally understand. Modify, do those things, okay? Here goes. We're going to go a little quicker. Inhaling here, right leg up and out behind. Exhale, drop the right foot between your hands. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, shift the weight forward. Inhale, warrior 3. Exhale, back with the toes. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, hands down, down dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale to your hands. Hop or step, fold. Roll it up, inhale. Share, exhale. Inhale, stand. Exhale, fold. Halfway up, inhale. Big fold, exhale. Palms are down, inhale. Exhale, down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg up and out behind. Exhale, drop the foot between your hands. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, shift the body weight forward. Inhale, warrior 3. Exhale, right toes down. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, hands down, down dogs. Inhale, plank. Exhale to your hands. Fold. Inhale, roll it up. Exhale, sit down. Inhale, stand. Exhale, fold. Halfway up, inhale. Big fold, exhale. Palms down, inhale to plank. Exhale, down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Okay, shake it out for a breath or 2. We're going to do one more round just like that. And then we'll get to some real stretchy stuff. Inhaling, right leg up and out behind. Exhale to your hands. Okay, step it by your hands. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, shift. Inhale, warrior. Exhale, back to the toes. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, down dog. Inhale for plank. Exhale to your hands. Roll it up, inhale. Exhale, chair. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, fold down. Halfway up. Big fold. Palms are down, plank. Exhale, down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Other side. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step the foot between your hands. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, shift. Inhale, warrior. Exhale, toes down. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale to your hands. Inhale, roll it up. Exhale, sit down. Inhale, up. Exhale, fold. Halfway up, inhale. Big fold, exhale. Palms are down. Inhale to your plank. Exhale, down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. All right. Take 5 or 6 breaths here. Just want you to notice how warm you are. Feel the blood kind of running all over your body, your heart, your breath are just rocking. And see if you could slow your breath down a notch or two, just by slowing it down. Alrighty, here we go. Inhaling here, let's get the right leg up and out behind. And exhale, drop that right foot between your hands. Come up on your fingertips. Let's get the left leg up in the air. Standing split, okay? Don't let the word split scare you, okay? Go ahead and put a bend in the right knee and let your head hang, okay? Let your head really hang. I want you to take the head hanging thing and just shake your neck out. But with your right knee bent, you're looking at your left toes. Point them straight at the ground and extend and strengthen out through your left leg. We want to lift the left heel as high as we can without pointing the toes anywhere but down. And just breathe here. So I want to bring in this idea. Obviously, you're having to hold yourself up here, but with your right leg and your fingertips, could you very intentionally resist the floor? So I want you to give some nice push out through the bones of your right leg. Maybe walk your fingers back and tuck your forehead in closer to your right shin. Maybe to get the right leg really warm, you come up on 2 fingertips, okay, 1 fingertip of each hand, and then see if you can just do 1 fingertip. Take 1 hand to your ankle. See if you could pick up the other fingertip, no fingertips on the floor now, and put 2 hands on your ankles, and you have your fingertips right there if you need to touch down. It's kind of amazing what a fingertip can do if you're just balancing. So breathe here with me. Maybe you want to lift the left heel slightly higher. You feel the right leg getting warm. All right, 1 more big breath in right here. Go ahead and put your fingertips down if they were anywhere else, and we're going to put the left toes down back there. Drop the left knee. Boom, we are down in a super low lunge. So we just got the right leg really, really warm. And so that's going to behoove us here. Let's walk the right foot a little out to the right. And rock the hips back and forth, but also side to side a few times. Okay. So sink into your low lunge here. And let's turn this into a twist. So remember to resist the floor. Remember, you're always resisting. And then reach up with your right hand. So you can stay right here if this is quite enough. You can even use your right hand on the right knee to gently twist your upper body even more. Okay, if that's more what you're fancying right now. But perhaps you tuck the back toes, that would be the left toes. You could hover the back knee, but keep resisting the floor. Keep pushing down, down, down. Breathe here. Okay, find a long spine. See if you can make the neck even longer than it was when you came up into the posture. One more big breath here. And we're bringing it down. Let's bring the back knee down. Let's bring the right hand down, but let's put it outside the right leg. And fingertips here. Let's fingertip it. So I want to move us into a half split. Go ahead and pull your right hip back. Point the toes at your nose. And just pause here. Walk your fingers so they're under your shoulders. And do your best to straighten your spine, even if it means you have to bend your right knee. We'll prioritize the straight spine, okay? So you're still getting an opening in the back of your right leg. Pull that right hip back. And start to feel, okay? You can feel the back of the right leg letting go as you push down into the floor with your right heel. So keep resisting the floor and pull back at the same time with the hip. So we're in a half split right now, Ardha Hanumanasana. You might decide you want a little bit more than a half split. And I'll show you how we do that. It's super simple. Just walk your left knee back a little bit and see how you feel. I'd say start small. Don't try to blow it out of the water, okay? Keep pulling your right hip back, flexing your feet, kicking down in the right heel. If everything's going great, I'd say take a few more inches back with the left knee. Remember, both legs are resisting the floor actively right now. You might want to tuck your back toes under if you start to get kind of low on the floor. So eventually you might feel like you can sit yourself all the way down. But make sure that your left hip is tucked under. It's not externally rotating. And the best way I know to keep myself from doing that is to tuck those left toes back there. So wherever you are in your half split or full split is awesome. As long as you're resisting the floor, you're feeling opening in the back and outside of your right hip, and you're having a good time, most importantly. So maybe one more breath in right here. Big, deep leg stretching, okay? And we'll start to come out. So more or less gracefully, let's start to walk the left knee forward. Hands walk forward. Left knee walks forward. Hands and knee. Until you can come back to hands and knees. And then let's make it back to a down dog. Coming back to down dog. And just check out how you feel. Take 5 or 6 breaths here. Maybe close your eyes. Are you ready to do the other side? Here we go. All right, inhaling here, left leg up and out behind you. Notice how the back of the right leg is so much more open now. And exhale, drop the left foot between your hands. Okay, up on your fingertips here, we're gonna fingertip and we're gonna lift that right leg up into the air for a standing split. So don't feel like you need to crank it 100% here. I kind of want you to hang out a little bit, shake your head out, let your face be soft. And bend the left knee to start with. Even if you feel fine, bend the left knee. Point all the right toes down and extend that right leg, long and strong. Push through the heel. And then decide where you want to go with it. Okay, you can extend the left leg more, but remember to actively push into the floor with the left leg bones. Push them down. Maybe walk the fingertips back so that your shin comes close to your forehead. Or maybe you come up on one fingertip of each hand. Just one is all you really need. Maybe one hand grabs the ankle. Maybe the other hand does too. So I really like standing splits for warming up all the little stabilizers of the left leg before we stretch it out. Okay, it just really gets all those muscles. And the best way to do that is to embrace the wobble. Let the wobble in the leg happen. Okay, as you're ready, we're coming down. So fingertips back on the floor, right toes to the floor behind you. Drop the right knee. And we're coming down into our low lunge. So if you have your hands under your shoulders, let's walk the left foot out to the left a little bit and start to rock it back and forth. All right, and then settle into a nice little lunge. Remember to actively resist the floor with your legs. Okay, always actively resisting so that we can release. And then reach up with your left hand. Turn it into a twist. Nice breath here. You can always stay right here, or you can tuck the right toes and strengthen the right knee up off the floor. And I really do want you to strengthen it if it's up. Resist that floor. Push it down. And breathe. The more fire you put into those legs, the warmer they'll get, the more we can stretch it out effectively. Maybe one more big breath right here. And let it go. Drop the right knee. Drop the left fingertips outside the left leg. Let's come up on all the fingertips here and pull that left hip back. So coming into your second side of Ardha Hanumanasana, your half split. So long spine, please. Really long. Even if you need to bend that left knee, not a problem. Left foot is flexed and you're pulling back on the left hip like you're trying to drag it back. Remember, that left leg is actively kicking down into the floor. So you could just stay right here, continuing to open up the outside and back of the left leg, taking breaks if you ever need them. Or you could turn it into more of a full split, okay? But I also just invite you to stop along the way. Maybe see what happens if you just move the right knee back, maybe 3 inches. Just see what happens there. You might surprise yourself. So take your time increasing the distance between your feet if that's something you want to experiment with. But when you have found where you'd like to be, see if you can tuck those back toes under to make sure the right hip is internally rather than externally rotating. And remember to actively kick down. All your legs are actively kicking the floor. Big breath here, nice big stretch. And start to bring yourself back out of it, okay? So walk the right knee forward. Until you can make your way back to hands and knees. Come on back. Tuck your toes and find a down dog. Notice how this feels. So you should notice a lot of extra space behind the legs. And check this out. Notice exactly how far your heels are away from the floor right now. Okay, look at each one, just make little measurements in your head. And then try engaging your quads really strongly, pulling your kneecaps up towards your hips. Did your heels drop? Okay, more than likely, as you engaged your quads, your hamstrings were obliged to release and your heels dropped closer to the floor. So use that to your advantage in the future. So let's keep moving. Inhaling here, get the right leg up and out behind. Exhaling here, drop that right knee between your hands, coming into a pigeon posture. Okay. With pigeon posture, we want to level off the hips with the floor, but they may be floating slightly off the floor, and that's totally fine. So walk your hands out a little away from you so that your upper body is still supported, and you can look at your hips. Level them off. Okay, adjust the right foot, bring it closer to you for less outer hip opening and glute opening. Bring the foot further away from you, although I wouldn't take it past your knee if you want more outer hip and glute opening. And then once you're all set, you're all aligned, then come down, okay? I think it's kind of a shame to just rush into a pigeon without aligning it properly first, okay? Because pigeon is such a wonderful therapeutic posture. So maybe you just hang your head on your arms for a while. Maybe the forehead comes down. But don't forget about resisting the floor here. Push the floor away with your legs. Of course, you don't need to crank it, but maybe give it 5 or 10% of your fire. Notice when you resist just a little bit, there's more opportunities for release in the outer hip. Should feel nice. If you're enjoying yourself here and you like to play around with little variations, try walking your hands and your arms out to the right. So creating a long curve across the left side of your body. And you can get a nice little side stretch there. But keep resisting the floor with your legs. All right, maybe one more breath here in your pigeon. And let's walk ourselves back up and out of that. Back up on your hands. Tuck the back toes. Lift the back knee. And let's send the right leg up in the air behind. Okay, stick the right leg way up high. Just see how high you can get that right toe. Okay. Press really hard into both your hands. Maybe even come up on your left tippy toes and lift the left heel. And take a moment here, just enjoying this big stretch. The right toe is nice and high for one more breath. And come on down to a down dog. All right. Inhaling here, left leg up and out behind. Exhaling here, drop the left knee between your hands and set yourself up for a really nice pigeon posture. Maybe walk your hands out. You can even use your elbows, but I do want you to take a little time to set your hips up parallel with the floor. Okay. Adjust your left foot to be in just the right spot. And start to resist the floor with your legs as you walk your hands out. And allow your upper body to melt onto the floor. Push the floor down with your legs. Feel the weight of your hips sinking down. Maybe play around with walking your hands out to the left. And get a nice side stretch across the right side. But keep resisting the floor, okay? All right, take your time peeling yourself up out of this pigeon posture. And we'll bring it back to tucking that right toe, lifting that right knee. Let's see if we could swing the left leg all the way up and out behind. And stick it as high up in the air as you can. Push into both your hands and send the left toe high. Maybe help out by coming up on the right tippy toes, lifting that right heel. Okay, take up a lot of space. One more big breath in here. And then let it go. Drop that left toe. Walk all the way to your hands. And take a moment just to hug your legs. You might bend your knees a little bit here. Letting your head hang. Your spine is heavy too. You might grab your elbows behind your calves. You might just grab the backs of your calves. But if you want to grab your elbows, you can slide your arms way down. And maybe extend your legs. Please engage your kneecaps up towards your hips, though, if you do that, so that your legs are active and you're not locking your joints. Maybe one more big breath in here. And then we're letting it go. So exhale here, just bend your knees and come all the way to a seat. From here, rock yourself all the way down. Okay, reach between your knees and grab your shins. And we'll take a happy baby just to get the hips that much more open and soft. And to get the legs that much more open and soft. So grabbing your shins, think of grounding your shoulder blades and pulling your knees downish. If that's feeling pretty good, you can walk your hands up to the outsides of your feet. And keep pulling your knees downish, okay? Grounding your whole back body, almost kind of ridiculously pressing your back body down. And then maybe you can experiment with lifting your heels away from your hips up toward the ceiling. And eventually your feet might point straight up at the ceiling. And you're still drawing your knees and your shoulders downward. So notice how this feels in your hip creases and the backs of your legs. Maybe you experiment with extending one leg a little more than the other. Play around with what's available space-wise in the backs of your legs. So what's available in the hamstrings? What's available in that inner thigh? And then finally put your feet together. See if you can interlace your fingers around both feet and pull them in towards your chest. Ground those shoulder blades. Release those feet and find a resting posture. You can extend your arms and legs. It is time to rest. Let your eyes close and your breath come through your nose again. Allow your jaw to release, forehead release. And just let your breath go on its own. No effort here. Let's spend a moment as you let your practice kind of soak in. Just cultivating bliss. Cultivate a moment of glowing happiness here with me. Think about something good. And let's see if we could just raise the vibration a little bit here all together. This is where we'll end our practice. So please keep resting as long as you can. Thanks so much for joining me.